Alright, welcome to JCCR Racing, where we are taking Gran Turismo 7, my favorite sim racer still, and we're taking on Barcelona with the Thursday races. Let's see if Thursday brings some thirsty drivers. We're going to have a clean, safe race. Hopefully, well, we'll definitely be trying to race clean, safe, and smart. Alright. Always tempting to go a little too hard here and not be anywhere near the apex. But not too bad. We're starting in 5th. We're now in 6th. Survived turn 1, which is a big part of making it through the daily races. Turn 1 with 16 racers. Often very dangerous and tricky, and really lap 1 I'd say is more just about crash avoidance. Come lap 2, you actually have a bit of gap between the vehicles, and come lap 3 you can really give it. You don't have to defend the turn so much. Alright, we'll pick up one easy position right there because we didn't pick up any penalties, and that individual picked up a lot. Now, I didn't defend this turn and luckily did not get speared into another stratosphere. So I'd say we just got lucky there. We did miss what we should have done, which was defend. Missed the apex, and you can see the gap growing quite badly. The importance of this track, really having fast times, really comes down to trail braking to the apex, catching the apex inside of the turn, and then getting right back on throttle. Now we can't defend the turn here because someone's right on the inside. But we can set up the second turn. And there we go. We gave up the first to get the second, so we held on to the position. Well, temporarily lost it there. Alright, so trail brake right up to that apex. Missed the apex, but the trail braking wasn't so bad. And like here, gets the apex, then ease back into the throttle. Because if you go too hard on the throttle there, you'll end up in the gravel, and then the tires will be a real slip and slide situation. You do not want to add throttle when you're on that dark gray. It is super slippery. Third gear through here seems to be getting us down the track just right. So if we can close up the gap with 1.1 seconds. Hey, Ronan47, thank you for the positive encouragement. Kindness is free. And you are showing us that you are not cheap because you're giving out that kindness. Gotta be pretty cheap to not give out something that's free, but kindness does seem to be more and more rare in the world. So well done, Ronan. Thank you very much. Howdy, friend. Good to see you. Good to have you in the live stream. Ooh, sorry. Third through here. Get on the throttle actually right before the apex marker. And we're holding on to 4th. Mind you, the gap has grown. We're at 1.1, now we're at 1.8, so we made a few small mistakes on, well, all the turns. Hey, Tom, Super Doofus, thank you so much for making it in. Folks, don't forget to check out Super Doofus's channel. Great guy, very good racer. You'll enjoy his YouTube channel, I do believe. I'm confident of that. More confident than I am with my skills on this track, but I'm just a rookie or amateur racer trying to kind of figure out how to use the pro tricks but make them accessible from a low experience rookie perspective. Looks like we're starting to close down the gap here. So that was a small, quick mistake I made there, but quickly corrected it. Still 1.7. let go of the throttle there to get through the turn. First gear for the Porsche does work, but in pretty much every other car, first gear isn't long enough to be able to add throttle in first. Big mistakes there, so that's really going to make us lose a good solid second. Last turn, you got to fly through there. You got to get your braking done in advance to actually catch the apex. And we see the result. We're now going to get challenged for fourth and briefly lose it. Let's see if we can get it. Oh, did not want to get through that. We're going through at very different speeds. It's like he passed quickly but then slammed on the brakes. I braked a little too early, then he braked in the turn. But he definitely had the speed to carry, so not sure why he lost confidence there with his speed. May have just bumped off the track, the car that bumped us in the turn. We'll have to make up time, hopefully on the last lap. Ooh, quite a bit of lagging up ahead, so I'll be real careful passing him, because when someone's lagging, you might see them in one spot and might actually be in another. So for the 911, you have to be in first there, because second gear would have just completely bogged out and had no power to take off. There we go. Didn't lose too much time there this time around. So brake before, so we can catch the apex, and then we're set up to end up further down the track at a faster speed. And Ronan giving the best advice right there. Keep calm, stay the line. Solid advice. Thank you, friend. We can use the whole track because we don't have someone right up our exhaust pipe. Hey, Mustang Drifter, howdy, welcome in, friend. Folks, you can also check out Mustang Drifter's channel. He's got a pretty nice sim racing setup. Looking a lot more professional than my junkyard seat. Oh, I got pushed off. Thank you, Supernova. Alright, looks like we finished up in fifth. Not too bad, not too violent of a race. Cheers, folks. It's Thirsty Thursdays, but this is just water and salt, a very small amount of sodium bicarbonate. Mustang Drifter, I plan on being on for, I'd say, about an hour. Total time, roughly 1 hour total time. Last night was an hour and 20 minutes. Try to be between about an hour, 50 minutes to about an hour and 20 max. And when there's enough people up and willing to lobby, well, that's when I'll open up a lobby. All right, and I got to thank you because 5 have already hit the like button. Thank you very much. If you can do me one small favor, it's free, but it shows a whole lot of kindness, and that's just to hit that thumbs up button. Hey, right on. Ronan is in a lobby. Oh, you're in for a lobby if your PS5 behaves. All right, like Austin Powers. Oh, behave. And Super Doofus ready in about 10 minutes. Great, so I'll do one last race. We'll get into. We are getting positions above 8, so this is going to help with our safety rating. The goal is to go from an E driver to an A driver one day. So I'm hoping everyone's here to learn and grow. And that means learning and growing, but also growing a community. So always good to have the friends in the house on the live stream. And one definite way we can get better times. We've played around with different cars this week. The Porsche 911 is the car that works for us. We got our fastest time. We tried out the Ferrari. We tried out a bunch of cars. Yeah, Christopher Bieber. Oh, Christopher Bieber, you're in C. You were in B for a while. Yeah, the B drivers. C's a nice. It's a nice lobby. It's a nice. All right, Mustang Drifter will be back in 10 minutes, so he'll probably get in on the lobby race as well. Tom needs 10 minutes, so let's get 6 minutes of practice in and one race. So let's say about roughly, 15 minutes? And we'll all race together in the lobby. So Christopher Bieber and I might end up in the same lobby, but right now I'm at the bottom of C. I was at the very top of C, like, 3 weeks ago? Started to mix in with some B racers, but with safety ratings of C, D, and E, it was pretty bad. Pretty painful. Alright, so that's not how we need to cut down, ideally to a 143 flat. If we can shave 0.5 seconds off, our fastest lap here will be at the top of the grid. All right, let's see what top speed we can catch at the end of this straightaway. I didn't load in a ghost. Let's see if we can handle this ghost free. Without the ghost, it will keep us from over pushing and having an accident. But I think I've got the ghost mostly memorized where the ghost is driving, and that's pretty key. Ooh, 142 to B&B. Well, that's awfully quick. That was not fast around that turn. That wasn't too bad. We're starting to know the track well enough to at least know when we're driving poorly, and that's what's interesting about learning when Dunning-Kruger effect. When you learn a bit often, if you know a bit, you'll think you know it all, and then you learn a lot more from that standpoint if you're intelligent enough, and then you'll know you actually know very little. And that's why people who know a lot often speak with very little self-confidence, and it's just because they're intelligent. They know that there's so much more to know on a subject that they won't speak like they have the answer, because definitive answers are pretty rare in the world. Lewis, welcome in, friend. Yeah, super hi to Lewis. Thanks for making it in, Mr. Sosa. Great to see you. All right, so at +2, definitely if we hit the brakes, we start to go in a straight line. So maybe gonna try a lap here at +3. Let me know if anyone's using the 911, what your brake balance is at for this track. Okay, so spot on, so it won't be a faster lap, but I think I know where we need to fix things, how we're gonna fix things. All right, so I saw +1. Missed the apex, that will cost us. So I'm gonna try +3. Yeah, so far I'm a little slow, a little slow. Not a horrible time for C class. How do people keep up the speed and hug that apex? I have yet to figure that out. All right, +2 or -3 in the Ferrari. And actually, we're not counting down to the race, so let's correct that. Hopefully we haven't missed the race yet. Why do they feel the need to take off the tires every single time? Silly Gran Turismo 7, still room for improvement. Like everything that we do in life, nobody's perfect, nothing's perfect. Alright, so Super Doof is saying there is an access road on the right side. Let off the gas until you get to the apex. Oh, very nice. And Christopher Bieber, I've been doing the +2 like you said, and it seems to be good. Yeah, Christopher Bieber. Usually, sometimes ChatGPT gets it wrong when you ask about brake balance, but essentially just, if you're in the pluses, you're freeing up less braking in the front. So your brake distances are further, but you can be braking through a turn because your front calipers, let's say you're at -5. So -5 means essentially little to no brakes in the back, and pretty much at least 95% of your braking is being done by the front wheels. But if your front wheels are turned and the calipers are squeezing on the discs, if they're not rotating, if they're, frozen, it's like when you're trying to drive in the snow through a turn on a front-wheel drive vehicle. If you don't have rotation, your wheels will just, instead of rotating you to where you want to go, you're just going to, you might even have the car turned, or, well, you'll be straight and you'll want to turn, but it's just going to go straight. So that's why people put brake balance to the back, but there's also downsides to that. And Ronan saying, top 5 start on TGE software. What is TGE software? I am glad, though, that I'm starting in 4th place. This is... and Super Diva saying, sees others tap brakes in turn 3. Oh, very good. Thank you. Okay, so I'll tap those brakes in turn 3. But I can't run softs here, right? Ha! Thank you, Super Doofus. This handsome friend needs that good luck. Let's see if we can hold on to 4th. How many positions will we lose, or how many can we gain? Alright, we're racing against 15 racers. We got a little pink shark in the back. The pink dinosaur. I like to call them the shark skins, even though I know clearly it's a dinosaur. But too often I've seen those big teeth coming from behind and chew out my rear bumper, rear exhaust. very cool exhaust setup coming out of the bumper. All right, let's get down to business. Get quickly in behind a car so we can have the benefit of having them cut wind for us. Little drafting. All right, we should be able to pedal to the metal for the rest of this turn. Ooh, a little tapping up front. Little sliding, but we're making it through. We're hanging out with the big boys for at least a brief moment. In that apex, I have learned especially with the 911, any mid-engine, you catch a little bit of that dark gray and you are gone. And you'll want to be in second gear, I think, in every single car for that turn except the 911, because first is such a long gear in the 911. Did not get the apex, so was very late on the throttle there, and you can see that gap opening it up. I'll go to about 1.2 by the end of this straightaway. Just ease off there, no brakes required for what was that, turn 3. So if we were at -5 there, we would have braked pretty darn quickly. Or well, -2 let's say, we would have braked a little bit more quickly, but would not have had the ability to turn as well through the turn, brake through the turn, turning and braking being limited. That's why we're running the +2. At least that's how I see it. And of course I could be wrong. Yeah, Daytona road course is fantastic. Big fan as well. Missed the apex again, so lesson learned, I need to hit those brakes, catch that apex. So braking before so we can get the apex, end up further down the track and back on the throttle. Fourth car is fast, knows how to drive this track better than I do. Let's just see who can be more consistent. Oh, 0.187, wow. He is right behind us. Oof. But he hits us, and the hit cost him the race. That took him off track. So safe, smart driving. Always being careful when passing people, because you can hit thinking it'll give you a benefit, But I'd say 20% of the time when you hit a car, you go out yourself. But passing can be tricky, so it might have been 100% accidental on his part. And I think it was, hence why I'm not red in the face or frustrated. There we go, we were still a quarter mile off the apex, but or an eighth of a mile, but we weren't a half mile or a mile off the apex, so we got back into the throttle that much sooner and helped us get that last turn a little bit better. We made mistakes other sections of the course, so a not so fast high 145. Oh, Super Doofus, awesome, fantastic. Please do open the lobby, and I will be there in, I'd say, about 5 minutes, maybe a little less. Alright, so we've got almost a second lead, so we can use the whole track. We don't have to worry about defending, but no, we're still good. 0.7, I gotta start worrying. We need to start worrying about defending at 0.5 or less. That was pretty smooth. That should be pretty fast. That's gonna get us, actually help get us a little more distance. Smooth is fast. There we go. 2 smooth turns in a row, and we're back up to 1.1 seconds lead. We might just get a podium tonight. A little slow through there as we miss the apex. There we go. There's the apex. There, a little longer on the brakes and much closer to the apex. End up much further down the track at a higher speed. We will definitely get down this straightaway at a higher speed. Edward E, what is up, friend? Tom is getting a lobby going for us. We'll all head over to that lobby and we'll have a good friends race, or I also like to call them the YouTubers versus subscriber races. We lost a lot of time there, should have been in second. I did not go through that turn with conviction. Knight Rider Jim! Yeah, and I actually couldn't even get into the live either for quite a bit. No notification, and it didn't work, but do keep in mind, it's pretty rare that I won't miss a 9:30 between Monday to Friday. I usually always try to be on for the 9:30 race Monday to Friday. Yeah, a pretty big reason for me not to get on. All right, there, we just about got the apex, and I think we're gonna pick up podium here. It was close, but we held off and we got it. We did a thing! Yes! Lots of perseverance this week with this race. A lot of, a little more practice than usual. And a huge congratulations to Lagarto Dermuda. I had no chance of catching up to you, fast Brazilian. And we've got YPS Witch with a 458 Italia, Canadian driver. Hard to imagine any Canadians owning a 458 Italia, unless they own some businesses or a whole lot of real estate. And we got another Canadian, this guy right here, who has 2 thumbs and finished in 3rd place. This guy, podium. So we made it on. And we got a clean race bonus. That is a very nice bonus. back to getting the Boy Scout badge of honor. So I will see. Nice to meet everyone. Well done. Thank you for the race, and that was pretty incredible. Let's do it again. Very nice, Christopher Bieber. Wow, you went from 13th to 7th. Solid. Well, if you've got a YouTube channel, drop your post here. I'm all about encouraging and trying to do what I can to help out friends. Now let's go check out the lobby. Yes, the DR is slowly moving up. I thought a podium would do a little bit more. It seems like a podium and getting below 8th seems to be about the same effect. Oh well, we'll have to get in some Friday night races. Now it is for the portion of the live where we do YouTubers versus subscribers. And now if you do get to the lobby, you can find Super Doofus's lobby. Normally, if it's mine, it's under JCCR. Super Doofus will probably also be under JCCR right here. Open lobby for the fun. Hopefully he hasn't banned us and lets us in. Our awesome general manager, Super Doofus. Oh yeah, Christopher Bieber, join us, please do. Hey, we got, I've nicknamed Brittany Williams here. I want to say, oh, that's right. If I want to say hello to Brittany Williams here, well, first I'll say hello to everyone. But since I was joking around with Brittany Williams last night, which is actually Brandon Williams, but good luck and good to see you again. Good to see all of you again. So let's see, car-wise, at Daytona you want something with a lot of high speed. The Viper is very good here. The Corvette I find is good here. The Supra is good everywhere. The GTR is good everywhere. The Ferrari is a great acceleration vehicle, but I don't know how it does. I think it maybe, I wonder if in 6th gear it lacks a little bit. But I think I'm going to stay in the 911 because, well, I just really love the 911. All right. Consistency is key. And the more we drive than one car, the more consistent we'll get. Forgot how long it is to get out of the pits here. Oh, Super Doofus saying to ready up. I hope I've readied up. Oh, Brittany Williams, thank you so much for wishing me a good race. I wish it right back at you, friend. All right, let's get down to business. Put the pedal to the metal. We got the JCCR Racing open lobby for fun. YouTubers versus subscribers. Really, it's a friends race. Come join us. Make some new friends. Join the community. Ooh, nice rolling start. That'll be good. Really take away one of the main disadvantages of the 911, and that's first gear take off. All right, let's see. Can we find a little space here without hitting anyone? Leave some space for the cars on the outside there. Woo-wee. This should be a fun race. As long as no one breaks right here. There's ghosting on, otherwise that would have been an entertaining crash. Alright, I think a lot of people have traction control on 0, and this is a track where traction control on 0 can get the best of you, because it can seem like a very safe place to just pedal to the metal. We got Alfred Piccini behind us, but pedal to the metal on a lot of these turns will get you to slide out if you're on traction control 0. I think that's one of the faster times I've been through that section. Woo. Sparks be a flying. Like a Mustang drifter up there, way up in the lead. Yeah, no, I saw that penalty coming. That's what happens when you take your eyes off the road. So folks, don't take your eyes off the road to look at a text when you're driving in the real world. Here, not so bad. If I get distracted by, what position I'm in, how many seconds difference there are between the cars, or some of the live chat. But make sure you don't do it in the real world, because it can cost you everything, or cost someone else their everything. That was not pretty. We've been hit. Someone forgot their brakes. These things do happen though. It's just one of those tracks. And also will happen more when you gotta mix up, No one has really, practice qualifying laps. It's just throwing different races at everybody, and that's part of the excitement. Having a track filled with people that won't necessarily drive the turn the same way. So you won't see that in professional racing or A+ racing, because everyone knows the track in a very similar way. They all know it extremely well. They're all gonna have the same brake points, acceleration points. All right, I am pleased to be in 6th amongst these excellent drivers. Some excellent drivers and a few legends in this lobby. Woo! Thank you, Sosa. That was a good, clean, safe pass. You did go so fast, though, that you might have broken my eardrums in the real world, or just blown the door right off. A vibration from the wind due to speed difference. You're like a high-speed bullet train flying past. You must have been almost as if we were stationary. I do like the effect of going into night. I've never driven here. I don't recall driving here at night. It is awfully beautiful. I have been here. I've driven past this track at nighttime though when I was in Florida for 3 weeks. A couple years back now. Sosa and Mustang Drifter, I think, are faster than I am, but I'm still gonna give it my best shot. Try to catch up. Whew. Sparks are flying up ahead. That slowed down, that contact slowed down both cars. Ooh, where am I? All right, I'll come from the complete outside, not my usual path. sorry, I stopped talking. This is a good race. This is a good kind of intense. Mustang Drifter just barely so close, and Sosa so close behind. Then I followed them for a couple laps. I guess I got a very lucky break. I think they had an accidental contact and it slowed them both down, and that's what got me to be able to close up that gap. Sosa almost found a shortcut through there. I think he probably got punted. Oh, I ate too much track, so this will cost me a position. We'll get Christopher Bieber ahead of us after. Unless we pull some sort of magic trick. And there we go. Woo! Not bad. 6th amongst these excellent drivers and a few legends. Pretty happy with that. And it looks like the legendary battle between JCCR Jay Rizio and JCCR Ronin is back at it. GGS, is that Good Gang Squad? But good to see that we've got Ronin and Rizio back at it again with not a huge difference and just dominating the field. And we got Brittany Williams up here kicking it back in the 458 Italia, which I don't know if they still own it, like Bright Nation. I don't know if they still own the Ferrari 458, but a few years ago they had a Ferrari 458. I wonder if they bought just ever so slightly pre-COVID or just at the very beginning of it, got a deal, and then maybe, you know, when prices were really high on exotic cars like that in 2023, 2024, maybe they sold. I don't know. I'll have to catch up with them. Oh no! Sosa saying his grandson hit him. Oh, these things happen. My daughter hits me. Well, she's cooled off. For a while, she was going through a moment of biting and hitting. Head bunted my nose at one point. That was incredible. I love that race. Thank you, guys. Ladies and gents. The Ronin Rizio battle at the top. Lucid Diamond, or Diamond, which I do not know. Brittany Williams there. Live to Ride. Good job. Mustang Drifter and Mike Mayers behind us. I got a lucky break passing Mustang Drifter. He was driving better than us the whole track. The whole course, really. I got a lucky break there. They had a slight contact. D-money, yes. In life, you need D-money. 10 to 15. All right, I'm good for... Definitely good for one more. Oh, Red Bull. Excellent. Excellent, Sosa. Thank you for this race. Getting taken off the track in the practice round, so I will watch out for Bonji. Sorry, folks. Alright, so when no one's behind you, yes, you can use up the whole track and race it like it's a qualifying lap. I like to brake just once in that little section. Get back and throttle early. D-Money on YouTube. Oh, I'll have to check that out. Catch the apex. Alright, Tom, anytime you want to get this going, I think you must all be ready. Hopefully everyone's hit that check mark. And that speed bump is deadly. Oh, Ben Bionji driving and not very clean at all. It is the practice lap. Oh no, he's dirty, dirty boy. He needs a cool shower. Woo! All right. I'm sorry, I gotta get to bed and before midnight. As I wake up right around 6, max 6:30, and it looks like it's starting to take effect. All right, let's see. JCCR, Jay Rizio at the top, Mr. Poupatine, and Ronan. I don't think I can catch up to them. Oh, Ronan putting himself at the back of the pack. Very generous of his part. He's going to work it through. Oh no, Brittany Williams has been taken out. And not in the good kind of way. What kind of restaurants do you like, folks? Let me know in the comment section. Not a huge fan of Italian. Like, I find it's good. I just find that I can make Italian at home. Not quite as good, but still. I'm a big fan of a restaurant that is, you know, specialty in steaks. Love a great steak. Not thrilled. Oh, sorry to the car beside me. Sorry, Sosa. I do not even know what I did. What I did wrong there. Can't even comment on what mistake I made there. Maybe I was in the wrong gear. Oh well, here we go. From 11th, we got 3 laps coming up. That was my fault. I made a little contact with the Ferrari, with Tom's car, and just bounced off. Alright, a whole bunch of cars clumped together, so it's tough. Because if I come in from behind with a lot of speed, it can be tempting to try to pass them all in one shot, like I did on that one turn. But then I went a little wide, bumped into a car, and it sent me way off track. It is risky passing the turns, and I do enjoy passing the turns, but I gotta make sure I don't make any contact. Oh, double penalty. Picked up 2 on the last section of the track. We are just lumped up together. Made it out of there. Oof. Had a good amount of speed there, but got a little block. Oh, that's right, I had the penalty to fill off. I was finally doing a thing! But that'll be cut short. I moved to the middle real early. Oh my goodness, so very temporarily in front of Super Doofus. I made some mistakes there and he did the right thing. Stayed clear of my randomness, my havoc driving, and got the pass in. Good work, Tom. Alright, let's see, what are we going to do here? Tom's going wide, so let's see if we can... Oh my goodness. Would have had to been... That would have been a spot, had I pulled that off correctly. I would have been right on the... all over the apex, really. And we could have gotten an in-turn pass. But I did not get the apex. And as such, I was in Tom's line and needed to brake to not cause an accident. And when you're the car behind, it is 100% your responsibility to not cause the accident. Got a penalty. Closed the gap up, but picked up a penalty. There we go. This nickname has been deleted. Congratulations on finishing first. MRT Lucid Diomod. Yes, Tom, that was fun. That was a good back and forth. Very good race. Good, solid finish. I went down one position because of that penalty I picked up. Trying to get ahead of Tom. Pushed it just a little too hard and went out by just a little bit. JCCR Ronan, love the message. God bless and peace be with you. That was a great race. All right. Let's see the results here. Solid work, team. Good race. Oh well, one more. Super Doofus calling for one more? Sure. So let's set it up here. I gotta do this here. Settings. Volume settings. I need to take off the race. BGM if I don't want to get caught potential issues. My other channel's been getting hit a lot even though I'm using royalty-free music from... or I have a license from KindMaster because I actually pay. That we want to have on max. Fuji! Fair enough. Alright, let's get this fixed up here. Oh, broadcast mode. You think that they would automatically cut out any copywritten music? That is intense. Well, let's hope that actually sticks. And we got our racing softs on. Sorry, I guess you're probably all waiting for me to do that. My mistake. Oh, from the main menu. Thank you very much, Tom. Start it up. I'll stop messing around whenever you decide to start it up. There we go. Didn't save. I'll get it done right after we get off the live. But if you have a YouTube channel, always want to turn game music off, friends. Should be a lot of trail braking going down on this track if we want to survive. A lot of Porsche 911s. Porsche family is out. Ronan putting himself in the back. And Jay Rizzio also. Our top-notch drivers. Mike Myers in that incredible sounding Ferrari. And the sound off the Ferrari, yes, is due to exhaust. But it's also due to having a unique sound because of the flat plane crank V8, just like a Shelby GT350, not the GT500 surprisingly, even though they're both 5.2 liters. Not the same crank, internals are not the same, and though that makes, when you have a flat plane crank V8, it means you've got a V8 that's the opposite of a push rod. A push rod is your traditional V8, very low red line for the revs per minute, revolutions per minute of the motor, and the red lines for push rod engines can be as low as 3,500, 4,000, 5,000, 6, not usually much more than 6,000 RPM, and these engines generally, like the Shelby GT350, have a red line that starts at 8,250 RPM. Very much appreciative of the Lambo giving me a bit of space to get back on the track, and I am lost on this track. Always good to not hit but drive close, let them have that zoom sound as you fly by. Let's see if we can pick up a podium for our last race of the evening. But I have a feeling Ronan, even though Ronan and Jay Rizzio put themselves in last, no one hits them on their way up. They will be right up here shortly. I just cannot land this last turn. I'm absolutely lost in how to take that turn. Well, still have 2 more tries at it. Alright, let's try to catch up to Brittany Williams. Still going with that pink livery, very nice. Oh, I guess I got a little too hungry there. Very close. Didn't leave any paint or, well, livery. Didn't leave any stickers on the back of B. Williams. But awfully close. That's okay. I was, I thought this was the light. Confused with the race. Mr. Poupatane gave us a nice little attack hit off the track. Maybe accidental, maybe deliberate, I don't know. But let's see if we can pick up a pass. Because one way or another, that is the best form of revenge. A nice clean pass. Brittany Williams here I thought she was gonna go for the pass, but it looks like she's giving us the bump draft. Thank you for the nitrous boost, my friend. Thank you very much, Brittany Williams. I am hoping to catch up to Mr. Poupatine after he gave us the hit off track. And that boost, that nitrous boost you gave us, that you donated, is very much appreciated. Try to put it to work, but Mr. Poupatine is pretty darn fast. Philness GT, what is up, brother? Howdy, teammate. Thanks so much for making it to the live stream. I cooked. I came in way too hot and I overcooked. I guess I'll take the long way around here. Brittany Williams, being safe, smart driver, was just patient and took the position when the smart way. With patience, waited until I made a mistake, and then capitalized. Great work, Brittany Williams. It was a fun back and forth with you. Much appreciated. And that's how the races end this fine Thursday evening. Folks, thank you for coming in, hanging out, whether you're hanging out in the race or hanging out in the live stream or both. It's truly appreciated, and I'd ask for just one small favor: hit that like button. It'll really help grow our community, and with more community members will come more knowledge, and with more knowledge comes more power. As I'm trying to get more knowledge here, we're all learning and growing together. Some are learning through coaching and mentoring. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And others are learning because, well, you're maybe also an amateur rookie driver like myself, and you're just, here to together pick up the tips and tricks from the pros, but then figure out how do we apply that when we're, a rookie driver. Pacini needs to be kicked. Well, Pacini, possibly so. All right, folks, thank you so much. This is... Someone said had to Batman that dude. Fantastic. Thanks for the race. Good to see you all again. It was great racing with you. See you tomorrow night, Friday night at 9:30 p.m. Brittany, B. Williams, or Brittany Williams, as you've allowed me to name, to give you the nickname. Brittany Williams in my live. I did think I mentioned it right here. I said, I think they're giving, or maybe I just thought it very loudly in my head. I was thinking, I think I got the free nitrous boost because they're hoping I catch up. And I was thinking in my head to perform a Batman. So that is pretty darn funny. Boost for Batman is what I'll write here. Boost to Batman. It's a little vigilanteism as I had gotten hit off the track, which is too bad. Let's see, where is... Oh, I can't add the name, but I think Brittany will know that that's for her. Or him, sorry. So for him, there we go, friend. Thank you for that boost. Godspeed, everybody. Really appreciate and blessed to have you along for the ride as we try to go from an E driver, back, was it 9-10 months ago, to an A driver. Let's find out how many months it takes when you start with nearly no sim racing experience. So a true rookie, or a true beginner. I'd say it starts with noob, or noob, beginner, amateur, rookie, or rookie amateur. So that was fun. That was a whole lot of fun. Thanks, folks. Just throw it on the last and wish you all more cars and more power. I do hope that you get to put the pedal to the metal on a car that you love sometime real soon. If it's not in the real world, this is still my favorite place to race. And speaking of the real world, we've got Johnny's Car Care and Reviews out in YouTube land. If you want to check out Johnny's Car Care and Reviews, we're long-term reviewing our personal 2017 Shelby GT350 with the Toyota 1991 Toyota MR2 on its fourth engine. We cover all the problems it's had and often talk about other MR2s that we've had. We've owned about 80 vehicles. We also currently have the 2025 Ford F-150 Tremor on long review. Loving that thus far. As well as, let's see, our Porsche 911. So folks, God bless, Godspeed, take care, and hope to see you again real soon. Tomorrow night, we'll be back at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time.